Han by Esther. Montage. Interior Han household day. It's a home video dated to May 8, 1998. We see a small toddler, young Sarah, doing a little dance as her father films and her mother claps and sings. Then she runs over to her mother and gives her a hug. Exterior swimming pool day. It's another home video dated to June 15, 2001. Young Sarah and her mother hold hands by the edge of the pool as her father films again. When Sarah's father counts to 3, Sarah and her mom jump into the pool smiling. Interior Han household night. We see another home video dated to August 6, 2002. Young Sarah sits at the dining table smiling. Her mother brings over her birthday cake as her father films. The 3 of them clap and sing happy birthday. When they finish, Sarah blows out the candles. Exterior park day. We see another home video, now dated to September 20th, 2002. Young Sarah and her mom walk while holding hands.
Hey, pretty ladies, look over here.
Young Sarah and her mom turn around to face Sarah's father. They smile and wave. Interior Han dining room. It's another home video clip. It's not dated. The camera seems to be set up on a piece of furniture. Young Sarah and her mother sit at the table in a lowly lit dining room. Sarah's mom stares blankly ahead as she picks at a piece of grilled mackerel. That's now entirely bones, except its head. Sarah cries.
Amma! 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 Amma!
As young Sarah sobs, the video begins glitching and malfunctioning. The glitch becomes worse and more terrifying. We slowly zoom out to reveal the tape being played on a very old television set in a dark room before the video completely shuts off. Exterior Sarah and Jason's doorstep, day. Jason Choi, Sarah's 29-year-old husband, looks up at the sky. Sarah Han, now 27, locks their front door. Exterior outside Sarah's house, day. It's now pouring outside. Jason and Sarah finish loading their suitcases into the trunk of their car before getting inside. Interior car, day. Jason drives while Sarah looks out the window. Jason, noticing Sarah, reaches out to touch her hand. Sarah turns to smile at Jason. Then she turns back to the window. She sees a blurry figure in the distance. She squints to get a better look.
Wait, what is that?
What?
We get closer to the blurry figure. It's a woman with long dark hair covering her face, dressed in white hanbok.
I think it's a woman.
Where? I don't see any...
Suddenly, the woman sprints toward the center of the road.
Oh my God, Jason, watch out!
Startled, Jason swerves the car slightly, but the car still hits something. Sarah screams. Stunned, Jason and Sarah sit still in their seats.
Stay here. I'm going to see what happened.
Sarah covers her mouth in horror, expecting the worst. Jason exits the car to check out the scene. Then he waves Sarah over.
It's just a deer.
Sarah slowly exits the car and walks over to Jason. On the road is a bloody doe.
I didn't even see it sprinting towards us.
Sarah stares intensely at the deer for a while. Cut to Interior Han house, present day. We see a framed picture of Sarah and her mother from Sarah's high school graduation. We see a hand, Sarah's, reach out and grab it. Sarah places it on top of a small table. Jason enters the room and puts down another box.
I know your mom was a clean freak, but seriously, I don't think I've seen a single speck of dust in this house. I guess all we'll need to do is move out her stuff.
Jason sees that Sarah is staring at the picture of herself and her mother and quickly wraps his arms around her to comfort her.
I was so young when Appa passed away. It was just the 2 of us for so long. And now...
Want to head out?
Just let me find my purse.
Sarah looks around. Her purse is nowhere to be found.
Maybe you left it upstairs earlier.
Yeah, maybe. Be right back.
Sarah gives Jason a kiss on the cheek before she makes her way up the stairs to the bedroom. Interior, bedroom, day. She looks around, searching for her purse. Suddenly, she feels as though she's being watched. She glances out at the empty hallway outside the bedroom. She hears the wooden floorboards gently creak, but there's no one in the hallway. Sarah turns her attention back to looking for her purse. She finally spots her purse on the floor next to her. She reaches down to grab it. She gets up and takes a look in the mirror on her mother's old vanity. Her eyes travel for a second to a photo of herself in the reflection of the mirror from when she was in high school. Then she redirects her gaze back toward her own reflection. Sarah tries to fix up her hair a bit. Suddenly, her reflection begins morphing into her mother's face. Shocked, Sarah jumps up from the vanity, but her mother's familiar smile draws her back towards the mirror, where she stays marveling in shock for a while. Sarah is snapped out of this trance when she feels a hand on her shoulder. Her eyes move to look at the reflection of the hand in the mirror. Then they move up to look at the owner of that hand. It's the lady in white from earlier. The lady tightens her grip on Sarah's shoulder. Sarah screams, and the lady lets out a hoarse roar.
Sarah, babe, it's just me.
Sarah blinks. She sees that it's Jason's hand on her shoulder.
What was that?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess I'm still a little bit...
Hey, shh, it's okay. Come here.
Jason pulls Sarah into an embrace. Sarah lets herself be comforted for a bit until she turns her gaze back to the mirror. Interior Korean supermarket day. K-pop blares through the speakers as Sarah roams the aisles of the Korean grocery store with Jason following right behind with a cart.
Holy crap, kimchi's so expensive now. I miss when your mom used to pack us some of hers.
Oh, I know. You ate an entire jar once by yourself.
Suddenly, Sarah feels a tug at her sleeve. She looks down to see a little Korean girl, looking to be about 5 or 6 years old. The girl is played by the same actress as young Sarah from the montage. The kid stares up at her and continues to tug. Jason does not take notice, too busy looking at a bag of frozen dumplings.
Hi.
The little girl starts tugging harder.
Why are you all by yourself? Where's your mom?
The girl continues to tug at her sleeve.
Do you not speak English? Amma? Where's your amma?
The little girl tugs again, except now she's pointing at the end of the aisle. Sarah takes the little girl's hand and walks with her, hoping to reunite the child with her mother. But as they walk, somehow the aisle begins to feel as though it's stretching and getting longer and longer. In the distance, Sarah sees the distant figure of a neatly dressed Korean woman. The little girl lets go of Sarah's hand and runs off to the woman.
Wait!
Sarah runs after the little girl, but when she catches up to her, she sees that the little girl has taken another person's hand. Sarah's eyes travel up slowly to see the lady in white. The lady tightens her grasp on the little girl's hand. The little girl's hand begins to bleed profusely, causing the little girl to cry. With a gasp, Sarah falls to the ground. She tries to crawl and back away as the lady in white reaches out her hand for her. Sarah lets out a horrifying scream and closes her eyes. The screen goes black.
Miss, are you okay?
Babe?
Sarah opens her eyes. She's on the floor as concerned passers-by surround her. Jason hugs her and lets out a sigh of relief. Interior, Sarah's car. Jason drives as Sarah stares out at the window blankly. Exterior, outside the Hahn family house. Jason opens the trunk. Sarah takes hold of one of the grocery bags, but Jason quickly takes it from her and holds both of the grocery bags. He closes the trunk and begins walking toward the door. Sarah stands still staring out blankly. Then she looks up at her childhood home. Interior bedroom. Jason sits on the bed reading. He turns to look at Sarah, who's in the bathroom. The door is slightly ajar. Through the crack, Jason sees Sarah standing in front of the mirror, rubbing on some sort of a cream as she stares at herself in the mirror.
Are you sure you aren't hurt anywhere? You took a pretty hard fall.
Yep, no bruises, nothing. Do you think she's upset with me?
Who? What are you talking about?
I know that she loved me. She couldn't have raised me the way she did if she hadn't. I guess what I'm really asking is, do you think she may have felt like I owed her a little bit more than what I gave her?
Sorry, I'm not following.
I was all that she had. Worked 3 jobs to put me through school, though she barely spoke English. Do you think I owed her a bit more than getting the hell out of here as soon as I found a good enough job in the city? And do you think she was angry with me? Because if she was, why didn't she say something? Why is she here now, driving me insane?
Sarah, I think you should...
Suddenly, the floor outside of their bedroom creaks. The creaking gradually starts getting louder and louder. Jason gets up from the bed. Sarah shakes her head, begging Jason not to open the door. Jason tries to gently guide Sarah back into the bathroom.
It's fine. Get back in the bathroom.
Don't open.
It's fine. Let's take a breath and calm down.
Jason, please.
Just go back inside.
Just then, the door flies open. A pale pair of hands grab Jason's neck and begins to strangle him. It's the lady in white. Sarah shrieks. The lights in the room begin to flicker on and off. We see only parts of this fight scene as a result. We see glimpses of the lady pushing Jason onto the bed as she strangles him further and lets out an animalistic noise. Sarah manages to push the lady off of the bed and onto the floor. They continue to fight until Sarah takes hold of the lady's neck and begins to strangle her. The lady smiles, revealing her face from under her long hair for the first time. It's identical to Sarah's, except the smile grows wider and wider until her jaw unhinges. Terrified, Sarah begins slamming the lady's head onto the floor over and over again. The lights go out completely. We can only hear the sounds of heavy breathing. The lights come back on. Sarah looks around the room. Jason is nowhere to be found. Then she slowly looks down in horror and realizes that she's on top of Jason's bloodied body. Interior Police Precinct. The precinct is full of busy folks. Chatters of phone calls and conversations can be heard all over. Sarah sits in a chair, staring blankly out, her hands still bloody. As the credits roll, Sarah starts to smile wider and wider until her jaw unhinges. The world continues to move around her during this, as if nothing unusual is happening. The end.